Those aren't your papers, man. You need to hand them to him now.
You messed it up.
I didn't mess.
Yes,
I
you
did.
You did not.
I didn't adjourn. Did I adjourn the meeting?
Do you know we had stuff to say? I want to tell
Do you think they want to listen to you?
You know what?
The American Police State, brought to you by Questionable Authority. Your freedom is an illusion. After that intro and what you're about to see, I don't have much more to say. This is another video in my series about going after the surety bonds of public officials. In this one, we're serving papers similar to the ones we served last week to the superintendent, to the Spokane School Board. You heard the woman in the intro say I messed it up. Those were just a few of her words for me. She also had a friend join her in trying to convince me I messed it up by saying, and I quote, not playing their game. At some point during the meeting, I heard someone behind me in the room say this was serious, and you'll hear that in the audio soon. And I agree 100%, which is why I wasn't playing games. People are listening to the ruling class about how to go about standing up to them and speaking truth to the power they think they have over us. That'll never work. If you keep playing the game they set up to make them have the power, all I can say is enjoy your slavery. Which reminds me of one of my favorite quotes from Frederick Douglass. He said, I have found that to make a contented slave, it is necessary to make a thoughtless one. It is necessary to darken his moral and mental vision, and as far as possible, to annihilate the power of reason. He must be able to detect no inconsistencies in slavery. He must be made to feel that slavery is right, and he can be brought to that only when he's ceased to be a man. Good?
You want us to carry all this stuff into?
We just leave it there, man. There's people out here. We're good. Right?
Yeah.
Alright, don't forget to give this to him.
Go for it. How you doing? Good, how are you? Good. Okay, it's not starting.
Right.
Thanks. Thank you.
Yep. Looks like you have some papers.
How are you? Well, the answer I give is it's a nightmare some days, but a dream nonetheless.
There you go.
There's one right on the
Programs for the advisor coach will implement that as a part of the whole experience. Through that thing, where they will volunteer at a particular
these papers for us then?
organization like
Okay, so here's, that's fine, here's for MikeWiser, can you just put it in front of his?
So just separate them so that.
Oh yeah, totally, man.
yeah.
Hey,
That
thank
would be
you,
an
now we got to do
example
this to you, man, we'll do this time, I appreciate that.
you know, a student group is going and helping volunteering their time to support that particular organization.
Yeah,
So there's
Riley
some of
Smith
that
here.
that happens in some of our programs. But a lot of that is generated
Smith.
we had one of the particular students that
JennySlagle.
as a period. Take that back.
NikkiLockwood.
So that concludes our deeper look at the 2000 policies that you requested to look at. The next steps for us is that we'll bring a set of these 2000 policies that you have provided feedback on. We're not going to do them all at once, but we'll bring a set of them with the proposed revisions for your input and feedback and thoughts. At a first reading that we are scheduling for the next.
Is that like the sacred area up there, man?
How you doing, man?
Good, good. We got these two. We're gonna serve them also.
Nice. What's your name?
Corey. Corey. Yeah, I think you know my wife, Takara. She's in the black shirt in the middle.
Ah, okay. Nice.
And then you've been talking with Brittany in the pink.
Okay.
Been talking with her, so
Nice. Okay.
they came prepared.
Well, I've pretty much said my piece to him, so I don't have anything else to say. They can listen anyway.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out like just the process of giving them
Thank you.
Well, I'm sorry, what's your name again, man? Ed? No. The other one's
That's
Ed.
not Ed. Ed's like 7 feet tall.
Right, he's the big one.
Ed's 7 feet tall. No, I thought Ed was going to be here tonight too.
Alright, well, that's fine. Anyways, he's the head of security. He said he'll put him up there for us. So we can serve. Wonderful. Alright, cool. Yeah. I'm going to stop briefly to explain something because this is where things started to go awry. For myself and my friend here, our plans were not to speak or be part of the meeting, but simply to make sure our papers were served to the members of the board. What you just saw was head of security for the district, Randy Moore, telling us we couldn't go beyond the tables we laid the papers on. The arrangement my friend and I thought we were making was to lay our papers out so he could then just put them in front of their respective board member's chair. We never agreed to let him be in charge of our documents from this point on, simply to move them from the table where they sit to where the board sits. Randy is former law enforcement, though, and seems to think he has authority over people when they enter a district property that is open to the public. He would be wrong there, and in fact, he can only use force on anyone if they are putting others in immediate danger. Once he didn't just put the papers where we asked him to, we got a little nervous they wouldn't get served, but instead stay where they were.
Do you run that questionable authority YouTube thing? I watch your videos a lot, man. I watch your videos. So, Corey.
Corey? Oh, likewise.
Yeah. Are you Corey too? What? Is it Corey with a C or K?
C.
I'm a K.
Well, sorry, man. Can't all be perfect.
That's my line. That's my line. Well, I counter back and say, well, I got the cool last name.
What did you get for last name?
Bjornstad.
That's a pretty good name, man. I like that.
Norwegian city of Bears.
Nice.
Well,
you're
it's
Scandinavian as well. Oh, look at that. Me too, man. Swedish and Norwegian myself.
that's exactly what I am. My mom was Swedish. My dad is Norwegian.
There you go.
My dad always said you can. What did he say? I'm gonna butcher it. He says, "You tell them Norwegian. You just can't tell them much." Something along those lines. I don't know. So, but that was my dad.
Oh, that's funny, man.
Anywho, well, nice to meet you.
Likewise. So we're gonna wait until they come in, or what? We're gonna wait until they come in, or? I don't know, man.
Right?
Now I'm gonna get all hot, and I'm gonna have to take this jacket off.
You gotta sweat it out. That's not law, bro.
Yeah, where's the like caution tape? Yeah. We should just gotta put them up there. What the fuck are you gonna do? Seriously, dude. Like, I mean, they need to be up there now. We shouldn't be waiting for them now. They should just be up there right now.
That's not law, because every other one I see,
Right.
they came right up.
Right? Maybe I'll ask him, dude. Why can't I just put it up there? Hey, I'm just curious, man. Like, why can't I just put them up there? Because you can't, because you're not allowed. Well, who says I'm not allowed? You have authority over my life? We gonna get into this again?
Yeah, what law is that? Because
Like
every
that.
other place is
You're a policy
able to serve
enforcer.
a person.
That's policy for these people that work in this place. That doesn't apply to me. I'm a man. So I just want to walk and put them up there in front of their names. And you can watch me. It's not like I do anything crazy, man. I'm just here. I'm a non-violent person, non-aggression principle. I'm just trying to serve them some papers. I don't see you putting them up there, so somebody's got to do it. MelissaBedford. Why not, dude? You gonna put your hands on me? You can put the papers over there. You gonna put your? Then you put them up there now.
Put the papers over. You're not going to tell me what to do.
What says I can't? You're not
Put the
gonna tell
papers
me.
over there. Like I said, put the papers over there. I'm telling you, you're not going up there.
What authority do you have over me?
Listen, I told you once, you're not going up there. Now, if you want to make it bigger than
What are
that,
you,
that's
the
on
king?
you. I'm telling you.
You gonna put your hands on me? Is there like a code that says I can't go up there? Are you just making stuff up now? MelissaBedford. Don't put your hands on me. Don't put your hands on me.
Put the papers in.
I will.
You're being recorded.
We're not looking at confrontations here, guys.
Well, why is he doing it then, man? There's no code that says I can't be. What code that says you can do that?
Listen, you need to move.
Why? This is an open building.
You need to go. Okay.
Put those back there where I just wanted them, and I will.
We'll get to that.
No, do it now.
We need to go over it.
I don't even want to be in here. I want those
Then
served.
leave.
I want those served. That's why I'm here.
We will get to this.
Then give me my papers back.
Again, you gotta have some
Who thinks
code
you
or
can just
something.
take stolen stuff? That's not addressed to you. This is all on camera, man.
We'll get to that.
Hey, Corey, we're all here for the same reason.
I understand, but I'm not here for that. I'm here to get these papers to you.
Corey, come sit here with us.
Let's just be patient. We got it.
Hey guys, I understand that what everybody says, but these guys are being the tyrannical people.
Oh, no, they are.
They're trying to have force over us. This guy, there's nothing, there's no code or anything here that says that I can't be up here. All I want to do is put these papers in front of their names. These guys are being the tyrannical ones trying to put their hands on me. You guys shouldn't be telling me to back up. I will, because I am the non-violent one. He's the one that addressed upon me again. Well, he just invited us.
We're with you.
He won't even name himself again. I can't remember his name. I already did a public records request for it. You didn't do anything wrong, man.
Rip those papers out of your hand like some kid.
Punk, dude.
Hey, you need to grow up, man. They're sitting there, so you need to serve those papers.
Yeah, right there. So we have theft, right? Those don't have his name on them. He's stolen. So I'm staying here until I can verify he gives them to him. I was trying to just put them where they belong. Oh, I thought you were talking to me. Dude, what'd I do, man? Just trying to search some damn papers,
So when we're done, when you leave here, those papers that he's got, I'll give those back to you. Is that okay?
I want them to have them.
Okay.
I mean, I could watch you guys give them to them right now, and then I could just leave and be done.
And I'm not. What are those?
Well, it's an affidavit of fact, a notice of claim. Yeah, let's serve them right now, and I'll leave. Man, I don't need to be here. Right.
Whatever you want.
What's his, he don't like me now, man. We had the first time I met him, we talked about he's from Texas. He was a sheriff in Comal County, which is just north of San Antonio. Dude, I used to go party up. Talk had a good time, but now that I want to come in without a mask and I have authority over me, now all of a sudden there's a problem with us. We get this dude to have a name tag on too. I don't even know if he works for the school district and he's giving orders. I mean, he doesn't have a name tag. How do we even know you work for the district, dude? I don't even see a name tag.
Every time I pop in your room, this is to say hi, you were there. You just must have their
faces.
That's, it wouldn't shock me. You know me well enough.
And we're all in order, and then numbnuts had to fuck that up.
Good evening, everybody. I'd like to call this regular meeting of the Spokane Public School Board of Directors to order. everybody for coming to attend tonight. We always love to see the room full of members of the community. In accordance with the governor's orders, we are on school property and indoor setting, and therefore we're required to follow the mandate that masks are required by all in the building. I see a few people without masks this evening. The governor did talk about hopefully not having that as a mandate very soon, but whether the people here tonight without masks would be able to put the mask on.
No.
Isn't it kind
It's
of
not law.
confusing? Because we probably already contaminated everything.
Is this school property
I
or
don't know,
village
maybe
property? Can someone clarify that?
It is open to the public,
It
I
is
can
both.
clarify.
Yes. And so we do teach our kids that we follow the laws that
Yeah, we know what
we
you're
are
teaching.
obligated to
It's not
follow.
law.
We want to set a good example that way.
Not law.
So we will
Right.
entertain a motion to adjourn to the virtual.
So you guys are going to leave us in here, violating the mandate. Serve them papers. Serve them.
Play the game, guys. I'm serious. Play the game.
You have people here who are fighting for their children.
Yeah, we're waiting for him to serve the papers. So if he serves them, I'll go.
So we're trying to accomplish.
Yeah, me too. They're raising his hand. As soon as he serves them, I'll go. They are the tyrants, not me. They are violating laws, not me.
We want to serve them papers to show them that they are.
Take off your mask and serve them. Yep. 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 They ain't listening to it. Yes. Good job, y'all. Thank you. Good job. Get your hands off him, dude.
You touched me.
Get your hands off people, dude.
You did touch me. You pushed me.
This guy is a problem. This guy is a problem. He keeps putting his hands on people.
Say if it's served, you can't take
Putting his hands on people.
I served them.
This guy is stealing stuff for all of you. You guys are disgusting tyrants. You're not following the law. This is lawlessness. You're disgusting.
You guys are breaking the law by not wearing on the wrong side of my law. All of you.
You need to keep your hands off of people.
take those papers.
Keep your hands off people.
Can't take them.
Those aren't your papers, man. You need to hand them to them now.
You messed it up.
I didn't mess. They.
Yes,
I
you
did.
You
They did.
not.
I didn't
You
adjourn.
messed it
Did I
up.
adjourn the meeting?
Do you know we had stuff to say? I would have told
You think they want to listen to you?
You know what?
We've been telling stories for 2 years.
Let
They
it
are
ride
the
on their
tyrants.
conscience. The blood
They
on
just
their
broke the.
hands.
Did we break the law?
blood-
Who broke a law? Who
You
broke a
did
law?
not wear a
Who
mask.
broke a law?
You did
Is
not
that a
play
law?
the game.
Why would I
We
play
had
the
stuff.
game?
Do us any good to
know,
walk
you
in here and have them walk out. It doesn't do any good.
They're the ones breaking the law.
But it doesn't do any good to walk in here without masks on.
It doesn't do
They
any
just
good
leave.
to obey tyrants.
I agree with
I
that.
served them without a meeting, and you can do it too. I got the
It didn't
address for the
service
school board
anything.
members. We can go
It
sit
didn't
and
service
tonight.
anything.
No, you're being.
You think they want to listen to you? You're
ignorant.
insane.
Let's not
You guys
be
are
fight.
fucking
That's
crazy.
what they want.
Yeah, believe. Have faith in the tyrants. They're going to give you back freedom. Fucking insane. Hey, Stacy. Thanks for not putting your hands on anyone tonight, man. You're a big boy. You guys need to send him to something, man, and he needs to make sure he gets those papers. Will you make sure they get those papers? Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Thanks. Thank
I'll
you.
make sure.
Thank you so much.
You're like the one professional here tonight. You and Corey. The rest weren't, man.
I will get 'em to
We
him.
had a bad night the other night. I appreciate you, man. No, those are supposed to go to them.
I
dude.
know. I told you I'd give them back to you. You
No,
don't
no, no.
want
I told you.
I'll get them to him.
He was supposed.
I'll get him.
What's the other dude's name, man?
So,
I'm gonna get him public. I got him.
get these to him.
Thank you, Stacy. I appreciate that, man. Hey, Kilgore. Kilgore.
Keep walking.
You want my name this time, man? It's not Chris. Yeah. Right.
There's no logic. There's no logic. No.
You proved everything.
It's all on me!
It's all your fault.
That was hilarious.
It's all your fault. It's all your fault. Do you know how many people were sitting in there without masks till the very end?
But it was my fault.
People with the mask just under their nose.
I know.
What the fuck are you doing?
Well, and so the ridiculous thing is they adjourn the meeting. We can all still sit in that room with our masks off, violating the mandate.
How can they tell us it's school property when it's not?
So
They can't
actually, I need to go document that, right? That there's still people in there without masks on. Okay.
Why is there no duty?
Right. Because they're still violating the mandate. Just because they went to their rooms, the building is still being violated. So the real ridiculous thing about all that is they adjourn the meeting, we go upstairs to obey the mandate, but is the mandate being obeyed? No, because we're all still down here. They ain't kicking us out because they know they can't use force on us. So they, again, in the documents that are being served tonight, they just violated the law. 3 laws with open meetings alone, just for Washington State. So they're the tyrants, and yet people are yelling at me like I'm the problem. I didn't break a law, they didn't. I understand that, but we've been doing this for 2 years talking in front of them, and they don't give 2 shits unless the health district says, okay, no more masks. When the health district says it, then they'll finish.
Can you answer that for me?
Right here.
Anybody?
This is the real news.
Fucking yes, man.
But anyways, I just wanted to document that they left people in here. And I mean, they can still be heard, right? Exactly, yes. They can still be heard. They're still going to do a Zoom. They don't care. Anyways, all right. Well, y'all have a good night. Papers have been served. We got 5 days. Now let's take a look at how corporate-backed media presented this. And you tell me, do you think they gave us a fair shake?
I'm Mark Hanrahan.
And I'm Whitney Ward. Spokane Public School board members are speaking out tonight. A group of parents and community members forced last night's meeting to go virtual because they refused to follow state guidelines.
The group apparently threw papers at board members as if trying to serve them a lawsuit. KREM 2's Kyle Simchuk just spoke to the school board president, who calls those actions disheartening. Kyle?
Well, the group refused to wear a mask and began shouting at board members when President MikeWiser shut down the meeting. He says he understands the anger and frustration, but the district has to follow these state guidelines. Board member NikkiLockwood tweeted after the meeting saying, "Let's hope it never gets worse than tonight. Angry, unmasked people stormed the dais, threw papers at us, apparently serving us with legal papers while swearing at us, including our new student advisor. Total chaos. We went virtual shortly after."
Emotions got the best of people, and the anger came out, and that was one of the first times our student advisor was able to attend in person, so that was disheartening. We'll resume to a virtual session in 10 minutes.
Don't run away!
And that second part you heard there was audio from the meeting provided to us by SPS. They were preparing to shut down the meeting and did not record video of those angry parents confronting board members. Now, that group told us they have video and are willing to share it, but have not given it to us yet. They want board members to challenge the governor's orders, which they believe are unconstitutional. We have reached out for an interview with those parents, but have not heard back yet. It's a story we'll continue to follow tonight at 10 and 11.
In 10 minutes.
Don't run away!
That is the sound of a school board meeting in Spokane getting out of control. Moments after parents raising their voices, the in-person meeting ended and Spokane school board members started a virtual meeting instead. Good evening, I'm Stephanie Vigil. Wednesday night Spokane Public School Board meeting erupting into a chaotic scene based on the audio and one school board member's account of what happened. KHQ's Alex Peebles with the story for us today. And Alex, once again, masks appear to be at the center of the controversy.
Yeah, good evening, Steph. Well, just a few hours after Governor Inslee said he's working on an end to the mask mandate, frustrated parents who are frustrated with that mandate took out their frustrations at the school board meeting.
Do any of you plan on wearing your mask this evening? No. Okay. With that being said, this in-person regular meeting of the Board of Directors of Spokane Public Schools is now over. We convene 5 minutes versus you guys are lame.
This is from a school board meeting in late August, before the year had even started. Parents who refused to wear masks, prompting board members to close the meeting immediately. Then, Wednesday night, a similar situation.
I motion to adjourn this meeting to virtual setting. Okay, I have a motion to adjourn to virtual. Second.
I can second that.
Okay. All in favor? We'll resume to a virtual session in 10 minutes.
A group of parents, again, refusing to wear masks. Through the shouting, you can hear board members voting to close the in-person meeting and move things virtual. SPS board member NikkiLockwood taking to Twitter after the meeting, posting, quote, "Let's hope it never gets worse than tonight." Angry, unmasked people stormed the dais, threw papers at us, apparently serving us with legal papers, while swearing at us, including our new student advisor. Total chaos. We went virtual shortly thereafter, end quote. We talked with a parent who was at the meeting. He says things weren't as chaotic as Lockwood makes it sound, though the audio certainly seems out of control. Still, during the virtual meeting, parents were given the opportunity to speak their minds 3 minutes at a time.
This is in regards to masks. I think the state of Washington has dropped the ball. We have damaged our kids when it comes to physical and mental health.
Perhaps we lost sight of the original vision of strong local authority when we let state and federal agencies like WASDA, OSPI, and the National School Board Association gain enough control to withhold our state funding over matters that should be a personal medical choice for every citizen.
Masks, the mandate, and their kids. Frustration boiling over. Governor Inslee earlier on Wednesday said that he would likely have an end date to the masking mandate next week. But for these parents, every moment of the mandate is a moment too long.
You will have a tsunami of parents pulling their children out of schools.
Now, we spoke with the Spokane Public School District. They sent us that video you just saw of the board meeting from Wednesday night. We also tried reaching out to board members NikkiLockwood and Riley Smith, but we haven't heard back from them, and SPS hasn't had any further comment other than just sending us that video. But when we do hear back from them, we'll be sure to let you know right here. For now, reporting in Spokane, I'm Alex Peebles, KHQ Local News.
Alex, thank you. We are told that at least one parent has a video showing what happened during last night's board meeting. We've reached out to them in hopes of getting a copy. We'll let you know if and when that happens.
Thank you again for supporting my channel. Just by watching my content, you are supporting my work. However, if you want to support me in other ways, sign up on censorship-fighting YouTube alternatives like LBRY, which uses Odyssey for its video platform, or Hive. Use the links in the description to earn yourself some decentralized crypto for getting started. There are non-cryptocurrency platforms as well, but you might as well get something of value in return for your support of your favorite content creators. Links to all of the platforms you can find Questionable Authority on are in the description. And don't forget to check out the Questionable Authority merchandise store.